Welcome back to eSIMstudios. I have a very special case review for you today. This is the Ringke Onyx Alpha for the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. I'm very excited. This is my first time to get my hands on the Alpha series of their Onyx class cases. Now, this is oil and dirt resistant. It's got enhanced bumpers. It's non-slip. It's lightweight, yet provides heavy-duty protection. It's also comfortable as well. It's got a nice little grip to it. So I'm going to link this down below in the video description where you can grab one of these. Good thing about Ringke, they provide phenomenal protection, style, fine details, but they do not charge an arm and a leg. Very affordable. They give you a lot for what you pay for, right? They sent this over free in return for a case review, so that's what we are doing today. I want to thank Ringke for providing their whole lineup of cases. We've knocked a few out and we got a couple more to go, but let's focus in on this Alpha case. I'm going to show you here on Amazon. This is the listing for the case. They did send me this black one, but they also have a camo version right here. That looks freaking awesome. Now, the camo version might look a little... I take that back. The camo would look good on any of them, right? I think they have the white S26 Ultra in the pictures here, but obviously it has black tones, black colors in it, and it would look phenomenal with the black S26 Ultra as well, like what I have. Or you can go all blacked out and get the black one. But regardless, they got camo, they got black, and it's only $18. You can't go wrong with that. So again, I'm going to link this down below in the video description box. Simply select and or click the title of this video. It'll expand the description box down below it. Easily accessible. I'll have all the links down there for you. We'll toss that to the side, and here is the case. I'm going to put the phone in it here in just a minute, but I wanted to go over the construction, the build, the fine details that Ringke is known for. It is MagSafe compatible. Their magnets are pretty strong. So I have a wireless charger here. I also have a accessory we're going to try. I got the Ringke dual magnetic silicone ring. They've combined the best of both worlds in this case. So you get the basically maximum protection, but in a frame that's not that thick. So here's their regular Ringke Onyx, and I did a case review for this. If you would like to check this Ringke case review out, that's the Onyx. This is the Onyx Alpha. Right, I'll link the description for that case review down below, but look at this real quick. So even though they do add a little extra material, you can see where it's raised just right here in the corner, where they just give a little extra material here on all four corners, right? They take it like one step further, well, on this one, because look at this. This has extra material on all four corners. And one of my favorite things, it's super grippy. So it's soft, but it's grippy. They have the back of this feels, it's hard to describe. It's a nice feel. It's grippy. And check this out. So we'll just jump right in it. This is what I love about Ringke. You're going to see the fine details. And again, they don't charge an arm and a leg. I cannot stress that enough. You get all of this design. Look, the R&D team at Ringke are wizards, quite frankly. They work their magic on these things. And let me just show you a couple of these points that I want to hit on, because they provide protection, yet it's thin, it's lightweight, and it's grippy, but it's soft, right? So over here, I was talking about that extra material they add on those four corners. Now look at where you grip it. So they add the material here, yet they slim it down where your hand goes, right? They slim it down here and here, right where you grip it. So that's the downside of having a really big and or bulky case, is it almost you know, on other cases, it almost feels like you're holding a brick. Let's be honest. And y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of big, bulky cases. I like a slim down case, but protective. Hello, the Onyx Alpha, the Ringke Onyx Alpha, again, brings the best of both worlds. I've been using this for the last few days. I love this thing. It's soft, it's grippy. It doesn't feel like you're holding a brick. And they give you all the protection in the world. So, as I mentioned, these slim down sides where your hands go, where it makes it easy to grip, they also put some felt material on there, little dots, little dot matrix style here on the right side of the case. And look at this, on the left side of the case. You see that? So that is not coming out of your hand. Like, that is not coming out. It stays right where it needs to be, right in the palm of your hand. And then look at this down here. Let me move. It's actually, and look, one of my concerns when I first put my eyes on this, when I was looking at it, taking it out of the protective sleeve, I was like, I wonder if those corners are going to get annoying. It looks like they stick out, a decent amount, but not at all. I think if they did not slim down the sides, I think it would feel like you're holding a brick, like it's too big. But just the simple fact that they shaved off a few millimeters here, right where your palm goes, makes it absolutely perfect. Now, look at this. They add, one thing about Ringke, you always know what button you're pushing. If you're like me that use a Samsung and a Pixel or an iPhone, if you're switching between phones all the time, your button placement can get confusing, to say the least, right? Well, not with Ringke. You know exactly what button you're pushing because each button has different, the volume has a slated, kind of a serrated type of material there, design, and the power button there is a sort of like a dot matrix on steroids, right? So if it's dots, it's the power. If it's slated, that is volume. Look at the camera protection. They give you a lot of camera protection, and you're gonna need camera protection on this S26 Ultra because those cameras, they stick out. But Ringke's got you covered. Lots of camera protection, precise cutouts. Look at that microphone cutout up top. You also have your lanyard cut out there, so if you want to use a wristband, you can. Your power, speaker, S Pen. Now, look at the S Pen. They groove it. They kind of cut it out in a groove at an angle, and it fits your finger perfectly. On a lot of cases that have extra protection around the edges, around the sides, around the bottom, that's one thing that other case manufacturers do not take in consideration is the S Pen. A lot of other case companies will just cut a hole, a cylinder out where the S Pen goes. And on other cases, there's a bunch of material on the bottom, construction. And it's hard to push it. On other cases, sometimes it's hard to take the S Pen out. Not with Ringke. You see how they groove it out to match your exact finger right there? I mean, it's your fingertip. It's just fantastic. Let's throw it on and see. But real quick, look at these grooves. Little extra style there, right? Little style. And then on the inside, before we throw it on, obviously MagSafe we just talked about, but they give you enormous airbags in all four corners. Yes, even the S Pen corner. So you have a huge airbag going from here to here. So basically where the material is cut out, on the inside, there is a enormous airbag, that same length, that same size as on the outside. So you have an airbag going from here to here. And what's an airbag? It's like a cutout. It's like a little concave that they cut out inside, and it just helps absorb the impact, just like an airbag in your car, right? Think of what that is used for. Same purpose, right? Same sort of deal. You have another huge airbag there, and then yes, even where the S Pen is, let me zoom in real quick, and you can see right here on the inside where my index finger is pointing, right on the inside there is a nice big airbag. So looks great, feels great, and everything is great. Now, for those of you that have a screen protector on your S26 Ultra, this does not come with a screen protector, but I have a screen protector on this one, a glass screen protector, and I was going to take it off, but now's the perfect time to test and see if the Ringke case will fit on your S26 Ultra if you're one of the ones that do have a glass and or a film screen protector. You know, a lot of other case companies, the real protective cases, sometimes they come, the case, the border right here that borders your display comes up and over, but sometimes that lip, when it comes over your display like this, when it comes up and over your display, sometimes it'll lift up on that screen protector. And if you have a film, it'll lift it up. Not Ringke, I'm talking about other cases, obviously, because I'm about to show you there are no issues with Ringke. Perfect cutouts. Watch this. Oh, look, I just want to show you first. I do have a glass screen protector on here. Let me zoom in so you can see here. There's the cutout, and then you can see the border of the glass screen protector. Well, let's give it a try, shall we? And then we'll test MagSafe and all that good stuff. So, look at that. It does not lift up on the screen protector. Let me see if I can get a good focus there. It's perfect. It comes right up to the border, but actually does not make contact and or lift at all with a glass screen protector. And it's essentially the same cutout, the glass screen protector and the film screen protector. One just happens to be glass and the other happens to be plastic. But if it clears it with this glass screen protector, this Ringke Onyx Alpha case will clear it if you have a film screen protector. So let's look at that screen protection real quick, because I want to show you something else. So if you did not have a glass screen protector, you would actually have more clearance between the top of your display and the top lip of this case right here. That's a decent amount of protection, and that's with a glass screen protector on there, right? So watch. So that's with a glass screen protector. Now, let's say you're one of the ones that don't like to use a glass screen protector or any screen protector like myself. Well, let's just do this. Let's take it off, and then we'll see what it looks like without a glass screen protector. Threw that to the side. I get tons of them, don't worry. And look at that. Even more protection. So if you do lay your phone face down, move it around, not going to scratch your display. If you happen to drop your phone, knock on wood, you're going to have tons of protection there so you don't bust that display. Look at that. 360 degrees protection all the way around. All the way around. Looks nice. We're going to test that S Pen. Look at these cutouts. How precise is that? Microphone up top. Boom. Buttons right here. I mean, this case, I'm excited. This case looks great. Look, I've been using this for the last couple of days. I love this thing. The camo one would look awesome on any color S26 Ultra, especially the black one. If you got the white one, the silver one, whichever one you got, it would look good. Even the blue one, I think, would look decent, right? Now, camera protection. Let's check that out. Yes, you do have a decent amount of camera protection because, look, they sit in there pretty good. So there is about a millimeter difference, just enough to protect your sensors if you lay your phone face down, and it's just enough that it doesn't add to the wobble of the phone. Y'all know the phone wobbles pretty bad. In the more height you add to the height difference you add between here and where on the device it rests on the surface, the more height difference you add, the more wobble it's going to be. So you don't want a huge lip around your cameras because it would wobble even worse. This is just enough to provide protection for those sensors, but not make it wobble any more than it should. So really, really nice cutouts, protection, just a really nice looking case. Let's try the S Pen here. Boom. Told y'all, I don't even have to dig my fingernail in there, right? It's just the tip of your finger, any finger. What do you know? Let's try the MagSafe. Let's see how strong the magnet is. Boom, right on there. That's not going anywhere. Look at that. Staying on there pretty good. So you're going to have nice and strong magnets. You're not going to have to worry about if you want to use this in your car, use it in your home, your office, you're going to be good to go. So this is the Ringke Onyx Alpha. Look, I think they hit a home run with this case. Now, let me explain why. Because when Ringke combines the best of both worlds, this makes it a very suitable case for any occasion. You know, like myself, I'll have a thin Ringke case for in my home and or office, right? But then when I go in the car, when I run errands around town, I like to use a more protective case, like this Ringke case. And what Ringke is doing with this Alpha series, again, is essentially merging it together. So people like myself that actually change cases on my phone like multiple times per day. I know most of y'all probably call me crazy, but I told y'all I love cases. But this Alpha case is perfect because you're not going to have to be, oh, I got to go pick the kids up from school. Dang, I left the house without switching my case. Now you're going to be rolling around town in a thin case when you might need a little extra protection because you're going to be walking across asphalt. You're going to be going into stores. You don't want to drop your phone in the parking lot, right? You want maximum protection. But you know, if you're like me, you may not want a little bulkier case, but especially when you're at home, just because of convenience, you like the look and the feel of the natural foam. Again, this provides maximum protection, but is very thin, lightweight, and very grippy. I know they said this for free, and I'm trying to think of some cons, right? Pros and cons. I don't just want to be gushing all over it because they gave them to me for free, but I'm being completely honest with you. I'm struggling here to find anything wrong with this case. I mean, maybe y'all can help me out, but I promise you, if you get one of these, you'll have the same conundrum that I'm in right now. I'm like, I really like this thing. You know what? If anything, I kind of wish they sent me the camo color, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers. So I'm happy with this. I freaking love this case. Let me show you this real quick, and I'll link this down below. And again, you can color match the case. This would actually look good with camo because it's kind of a tan color or gray, khaki color. But real quick, if you haven't seen this, it's the dual magnetic silicone ring. Now, I believe Ringke sells. Do all of their cases have MagSafe? I think they still sell a case or two without MagSafe. And anyways, they give you an extra ring here with a sticker, so you can put it on the outside here. I think it's best to probably put it on the inside of a case, right? Slap it in there, and then you got MagSafe. Boom. See how strong their magnets are? The thing's hard to get off. Anyways, this is a very nice accessory to have. It's soft, it feels good, it looks good, and here's the other thing. It's guaranteed not to get flimsy. Now, I know most of y'all are thinking, well, isn't metal like this metal Ringke MagSafe ring here on the back, won't that not get flimsy? Well, see what they did here is they put 2 points of contact. So it's always going to want to stay down on those 2 points. If they only put 1 point of contact, it would get floppy over time. With 2 points of contact, it's staying down. So what this is basically for your finger. Now, when you place it, obviously it goes in one place, but instead of having to take it off and rotating it, to get your perfect fit, it takes a time or two, do this. Go ahead and stick it on your hand just like this, or whatever finger you use it with. I typically use it with my ring finger. Go ahead and put it on just like this, and then slap it on your phone like you were going to use it, right? Boom, just like that. There you go. Thing is not coming off. Or if you feel more comfortable using it this way, that's probably the better way to use it. Boom, just like that. Boom, 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 boom. That is not coming off. Look at that. They use strong magnets. I mean, that thing is not coming off. I could go on a roller coaster ride. Speaking of going outside over the asphalt, you can go on a roller coaster ride with this and just go like this the whole ride, and this thing's not coming off. I don't encourage you to do that. I'm just, using it as an example. But I'll get out of here. I appreciate the time, Ringke. Thank you very much. I'm going to put links for these cases. Oh, I have another one for you. This one here. I'll put a link for all 4 down below. I have individual case reviews for... There's an extra ring that I had. I have individual case reviews for each one. I'll go ahead and put the review and where you can purchase this down below as well as the Onyx Alpha. Ringke, I do appreciate it. You knocked it out of the park with these, especially the Alpha. This one looks like a Batman. I've been loving this. This is like a Batman feel. I don't know why. I think it's because of the individual cutouts here. This thing is awesome. I use this every single day in the home. It's thin, light, sleek, grippy. And then you want to go in style, you're going out on a date night, that's the one to take right there. You can see the phone clear. I haven't even cleaned this, and I've used it for a few days. There are no fingerprints whatsoever on here. So I don't know what they're doing over there, Ringke, but they're obviously doing something right. Appreciate the time. Links to everything down below. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.